Üdv mindenkinek, szavaztok! Újra itt. Újra hétfő. Újra Hogwarts Legacy. Ezzel fogjuk folytatni ma. Úgyhogy kalandozgatunk kicsit a Roxfordban, meg körülötte. Ma egészen biztos. Aztán, hogy szerdán majd mi lesz a program, azt még nem tudom. Holnap elvileg jön a Darksiders 2-nek a felújított változata, amire mindenképp rá fogok nézni, mert ez egy nagy kedvenc volt régebben. Úgyhogy az biztos, hogy program lesz, és 17-én lesz az Xbox Partner Event, ami azt jelenti, hogy ott még bejelentésre kerülhet egy-két dolog, és mivel én a bemutatóban azt láttam, hogy az eleméket már nyomták, hogy lesz, vagy valami lesz róla, így szerintem aznap fog megjelenni a második DLC az Elemvék 2-nek, amit meg biztos, hogy el fogunk kezdeni. És az azért lenne nagyon jó, mivel 25-ig végezhetnénk magával a DLC-vel, amikor meg ugye jön az új Call of Duty, és arra fogunk ráfordulni egy picit. Jó, tegnap egy kicsit hirtelen ért véget megint a stream. Nem tudom, meddig leszek ma. Majd alakul maga a dolog, úgyhogy elkezdjük. Megyünk tovább a Roxmorsban. Ott hagytuk abba, ott a téren egy kicsit nagy koboldoztunk, hogy valami ilyesmi volt. Úgyhogy megyünk tovább a sztorival. Nem fogjuk az összes sidequestet megcsinálni, ez egészen biztos. Egyszer már ugye végigvittem a játékot, úgyhogy már nem kell. Igazából arra fókuszálok, amit nem láttam még benne. De ha valamit nagyon ott hagynék, akkor szóljatok. Megnézzük. Ha valaki belköszön, akkor pacsi előre is. Gyertek be dumcsizni. Na jó. Egy pillanat is kezdek. Addig is egy kis türelem. 1 perc is vagyok. Na újra itt, hogyha kicsit fura lenne a hangom, az azért van, mert meg vagyok fázva. De nem olyan vészes a helyzet, holnap meg úgyis pihi, úgyhogy hamar túl leszünk a dolgom. Na, folytassuk. Itt ennyire széthullott minden. Oké. Szedtem én össze talán dolgokat. Ez jó offense-re ad. Akkor valamilyen kis buildelés van benne. Ebben nincs új. Ezt meg nem tudjuk felvenni, mert 6-os szintől jó. Jó, semmi baj. De ez ad majd az offense-re. 7-et ráadásul. Jó, megyünk tovább.
Repairer. One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about.
Megjöjtjük a dolgokat. És még mindig nem vettem le a kontroller hangot.
Good as new.
Jó, nem baj.
Lucky they didn't do more damage. Repairer.
Jó, csak 2 valami van. Mi maradt még?
Repairer.
Hát nem mondom, hogy sokkal nagyobb rend lett. Ugye csak ide. Hatos szinthez azért még kell egy kicsi.
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Revelio.
Na, ezeket a rádákat is ki lehet majd nyitni, csak kell hozzá ez a láthatatlanná tevő bűbáj. Ezeket a majmokat meg lehet benne gyűjteni. Itt a haverunk.
Revelio.
Megnézem a táskádat egy kicsit, jó? Nem gáz? Nem hát? Kék sapi. Jó, valami ilyet lehet csinálni, hogy ezt ne lássuk. Talán. Aha. Igen, így rajtunk van a... vagy használjuk a kiegészítőt, de nem mutatja. Augustus, szevasz.
Sir, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin, but I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes, in thanks for what you did today.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we?
Segélytalár. Purchase. Ingyen van. Nagyon jó. És vannak ilyen legendary dolgok. Meglátjuk, hogy mire buildelünk, de csak a DPS, ugyebár. Mindig csak a DPS. Lesz viszont annyi loot, hogy nem kell
I'd say we've had a
válogatni.
butterbeer or two, wouldn't you? Might help me forget that I was almost pulverized by a troll.
I'd say that I agree with you.
Perfect. The three
Jöjj,
rooms
az troll
just
volt.
this way.
Hát jó.
I sell even more battle-worthy
És van
items.
egy page.
Should you be inclined, you're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
Revelio.
Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there.
És nem megyünk egy kicsit gyorsabban, vagy?
The owner. She's a good one to know.
Hát ha nem, hát nem.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Nem tudom, ez a Rockwood, ez kicsoda.
Let's go.
Na, a page kellett volna pedig.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the three broomsticks.
A híres háromseprű.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome.
Nem nagyon tudom eldönteni róla, hogy férfi vagy nő.
Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Angolul
Thanks for this
legalábbis.
Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Na, megjött a haver.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? You're
Your clientele's not what it used to be, Sirona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
This one?
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The Three Broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Jó, azt tudom ki ez, de
Trolls,
nem baj.
Ranrock, and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promised to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
Hát jó. Szia, piros kivi.
I think we should head back to the castle.
Mi újság? Menjünk tovább.
I'm certainly glad Sirona was there. Told you she was one of the good ones.
I can see that. She didn't seem at all intimidated by Rookwood and Harlow.
I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights. But we can talk later. For the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. Don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours.
Ja, menjünk vissza a kastélyba. Menő lett ez a lóder, még mindig jól néz ki. Hát az nem hangzik jól. Jobbulás neki azért. Reméljük nem valami komolyabb. Ételmérgezés, hát... Jaj. Lehet valami olyan helyen kajáltak, hogy valahol előfordulhatott? Hát gondolom. Ja, mert az utazási iroda intézte az egészet, és úgy. Ó. Ó. Az úgy kemény. Ezért küldött egy levelet. Oké. Fig professzort meg kell keresni. De ez ilyen egynapos kirándulás volt? Vagy ilyen többnapos? Hogy? Hát igen, ha többen rosszul lettek, ott azért valami közös lehet. 7 nap. Hát itt mi van? Egy kis bug? Az a baj, hogy valamit nem tudok keresztül venni, de mi? Ja, most. Jó, hát a ma esti streamünk az erről fog szólni, hogy egy szőnyegről nem tudok lejönni. És az út elején, vagy hol? Vagy már a végén az a jobbik eset? Na de úgy, hogy még Horvátországban, vagy most már itt valahol Magyarországon, mert azért, érted? Aha. Hát akkor legalább nem az egész úton kellett ezt szagolni végig. Na de az, hogy nem tudok keresztül menni a szőnyegem. És ez a baj. Próbáljuk meg újra. Nagyon jó. Nem tudtam, próbáltam. Nem lehet bukfencezni.
Protego!
Jó. Aha. Ide lehet gyűjteni ezeket a tokeneket. Egy lock. Vannak ilyenek, de múltkor a Spider-Man 2-ben is úgy valami nem töltött be, tehát mostanában mindenhol belefutok ilyen bugokba össze-vissza. Mint például itt. Jó, semmi gond. Na, van itt mozgó lépcső. Nekem lefelé kell menni. Az jó. Hát vannak ilyenek, de hát most ennyi bug elfér ebbe a játékba úgyis akkora, hogy nem baj az, ha van egy kicsi. Itt lesz a checkpoint. Így van. Mit gyors utazás. És most megyünk a Fig professzorhoz vissza. Itt lehet meg kellett volna nézni egy gyors utazást, és gyorsabb lett volna a téma. És lefele kell mennem, nagyon jó. Le és onnan föl. Itt alattunk van egy... Aha, alattunk van egy láng valahol. Ja, nem, ez volt, oké. Lépcsőn föl, itt is van valami side quest. Csak egyel följebb. Mi ez a buborék jel? Ez nem ismerős. Ezt, hogy később tudjuk nyitni. Na jó. Itt a minimappen, hogyha megnézed, van egy buborékjel. Itt futkozok körülötte. És ez nem tudom micsoda. Ja, még nem volt ilyen, nem? Legalábbis nem emlékszek rá, hogy lett volna ilyen korábban. És eltűnt, hogy eljöttem onnan.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how?
Az a lepkés küldi.
And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I
Megnézem
overheard
visszafele.
Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I
Nem
read
tudom,
it
mindjárt
aloud,
megnézem majd.
this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I
Menjünk a
appreciate
könyvtárba.
your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything,
Nem, most ezt PS5-ön.
is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for
Hol
anything.
PS5, hol
Once you've honed your defensive
Xbox.
magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor
Nagyon
Hecat
ritka a
know to
PC
expect
mostanában. Jó. Nézzük meg, hogy merre. Nem, pedig itt van.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as
Revelio.
trying too hard. Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over
Ja,
Zack.
ott lent van egyébként, az lehet egyébként az pillangós, az biztos. Fel kéne oldani a lokkot. Ja, a DualSense Edge-re gondolsz, nem? Nekem érdekes, de valamiért jobban kézre áll az Xbox controller. Mondjuk én abból Elite 2-t használok. És az főleg egyébként ezért miatt szeretem a hátsó pillangók miatt, mert oda van átmeppelve egy csomó mindenem. Ja, azaz.
Revelio.
Azaz csak azt mondják, hogy nagyon gyenge neki az aksia.
Student want to help me with my sad predicament.
Sprint.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated
Az
a
meg azért
certain
sok érte.
urgency to you completing your
100 ér sok.
extensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell.
Incendio.
And lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin
Ezek a
working on
pislogó
the sync.
cuccok mögötte.
You know where to find me once you've finished.
Igen, hogyha szereted használni kábelen, akkor az aksi az annyira nem probléma.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Vagyunk lefelé.
Some kind soul help me.
Fut, fut, fut.
Ready for another round?
Ezt az incendiót lehet a szobron is használni, ugye?
There's no one in the school I'd be afraid to duel.
I know, Sebastian, I know.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch
Mi
it
ott
and
állt
give
itt
you
a
a
sarokba, amikor
combination to
bejöttünk az
practice.
ajtóval szembe.
Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you...
Nézd, hogyha annyit nem játszol vele, arra egy sima DualSense is jó lehet. Nem tudom, hogy mennyi különbség van köztük.
Accio.
Okay.
Good one!
Levioso.
Excellent form!
Levioso.
Jaj, nem áll. Na, még egyszer.
Levioso.
1, 2, 3. Jó.
Nicely done! I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's
Hát csak azt hittem, most ez megtanítja ezt.
than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome
Ami
challenge
kéne,
now.
de nem. Azt a tüzes varázslatot keresem egyébként, amivel ezt a szobrot, a gömböt meg lehet gyújtani, azt hiszem.
Accio. Levioso.
Ezek... Ja nem, leviózóval? Aha. Jó, akkor ez nem az, amire gondoltam. Fölrakom a köpenyt.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a
Most
great
ezt
match
nem
lined up.
akarom még
Ready for
egyszer.
another
Őt sebítő? Aha. Most nem.
Fine, but don't
Megyünk
take
inkább
too long making
tovább.
up your mind.
Ide kétszer kell, ahhoz, hogy jó legyen. Jó.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready?
I'm ready.
Ready, hát.
Let's do it.
Brilliant.
Gyere, Sebi.
Sebastian.
Then let's get to it. Ready to get thrashed? Apologies in advance.
1-3-2. Jó.
Protego. Leviosa. That's all you've got.
Örgetlok.
Accio.
The one. Protego.
Leviosa. Accio.
Who shall I win now? Act like a winner.
Hogy örülnek itt az ajtó mellett, nézd.
Bravo.
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round...
Ó, ott hagytam abba, ahol tegnap. Úgy hát onnan folytattam igazából most.
Or at least surviving the next
Nagyjából egy
round.
20 perce
I'll let you know when we're
vagyok.
ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is
Játéken
for
ők
all
nem
the
kaptak.
gobstones, so to speak.
Assignment's all finished.
Jó lenne nézni itt valami visszautat, gyorsabbat. Nekünk ide kell menni. Ez ott lejjebb van? Hát inkább ide. És most mentél tovább egyébként a küldikkel? Most vagy a Krúciónál? Mert akkor onnan nincs messze a varázslat, amit vársz. Tudja, hogy kapott valami patchet egyébként, mert ez nem nézett ki így ez a játék. Még amikor utoljára játszottam vele.
If only a new student would help me with...
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to
Jó,
accommodate you
nyugi.
and that you found success in your endeavors.
Kell az XP.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your road to flame. Let us begin. And
Annak idején én is ezen
focus on the proper one.
kattogtam, hogy mit mondjak neki, aztán belementem a játékba.
Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
Na, ezt hiányoltam.
Good work.
Így. tudom, hogy valami melyik misszióból teljesen. Tehát ha nagyon nem akarod, akkor nem tanulod meg. Best log. Mondjuk úgyis ez volt az aktív, szóval tök mindegy.
Might some kind soul help me? If only a new student were to help me with my sad
Hát jó, újra kezdted volna. Nincs az a baj. Több content. És egyébként lesz még ilyen, ami ilyen vagy-vagy módon történik meg a játékban. Csak azt már tényleg nem akarom mondani, mert az már későbbi spoiler.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
Az mondjuk
So I
szép.
hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office.
Azt gondolkodom, kire hasonlít ez a csávó.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But Professor,
we have no choice. It would be
Igen, az
unwise to
igazgató.
provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Pont Boffa mondta egyébként, hogy megvette a Detroitot. Azt is végigvittem kétszer. És mindig más lett az ending. De ott is van valami 5 van, vagy nem tudom hány ending van. Hát olyan azért nem volt, hogy mindenki életben maradt.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
De mondtak ilyet, hogy lesz magyar szinkron hozzá? Ja, talán az volt a hír, hogy elkezdték a szinkronosok, ugye izébe? Ők, akik megcsinálták a God of War-nak a szinkronját is, ők csinálják?
Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I
Mondjuk ők elég profik egyébként, mert amikor volt a God of War-nak a castingja, hogy ki legyen ott a szinkron hangja, ott is szavaztatták, ha jól emlékszem, a Kratosnak a magyar hangját.
That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious.
Kaptál
Professor
játék
Fig has
szinkront is.
insisted
Aha.
that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Nem tudom, hogy mennyi támogatást kapnak ők egyébként ezekre, de valószínűleg így hobbiból csinálják nagy részt.
Meet me outside the library tonight and tell no one.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Mondjuk van, amit egyébként szerintem nem kell erőltetni, mert Láttam kinél? Ja, E-Hunternél láttam, hogy nézte a magyar szinkront a Wukonghoz, például nem szinkront, hanem feliratot. És nekem az annyira idegen volt így a játék után, hogy ez nagyon fura volt.
And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to
Van, amit nem tudsz így jól fordítani.
Understood?
Szerintem.
Let's go. Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free.
Aha, most kapjuk meg a láthatatlan bűbájt. Majd. Így van. Jó, csak ezt most be kéne tenni akkor. Hol van ez? Jó, hogy előre összegyűjtjük a pénzt a projektre. Kemény, kemény. Az assignmentet keresem a spellre. Ezt akartam. De elfelejtettem már. Nyíl? Nem. Ja, igen, köszi. Így van. És ez kell nekem. Most egy előre ide. És ha futok, akkor ez nem működik, azt hiszem. Bár nem vagyok benne biztos.
Blast! The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn! You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Van az így. És ezen kívül egyébként milyen játékot játszol még? Hogy mi az, ami így tetszik?
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
The key. Here it is.
Is someone there?
Nagyon jó, hogy ott rongál.
You Peeves?
That wasn't so difficult after all. How to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you.
Oké.
Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's.
Hogy itt van mögöttem a csávó, hát nem tudtam elképzelni, hogy beszélnek.
Right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Ki tudjuk nyitni ezt a chestet. Ja, rémülten néz szegény. És éjszaka vissza kell jönni ezért a majomért is. Akkor leginkább ezek az ARPG-k. JRPG-k inkább. És mit szólsz ahhoz, hogy eltolták a Shadows-t? Mert azt ugye jövőre áttolták. Elvileg februárra. Az Assassin's Creed Shadows? Az az új része lesz ugye az AC-nak.
Who have we here?
Oh.
Sebastian Cello and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be.
Az játszódik majd Japánban.
Naughty, you'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Come be Peeves.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
És nyilván amikor...
Incendio!
Nem, nekem a Reaper-ok kéne. Valamiért ez most...
Lumos!
Beraktam a Lumos-t, jó Isten.
Reparo!
Egy jó World of Tanks. 9 éve. Wow.
Of course, traces of ancient magic.
És most megyünk le a kastély alá, ugye?
That's it.
Vagy nem? Ez még nem az a rész. Bár de ez az a szoba lesz. Ez jó valamire? A 7-es szinten nyílik. Csak a kapa. Jó estét, Bofa, mi újság? Hogy vagyunk?
Where might this lead?
De bemegyünk. De nem, ez még mindig nem az, amire gondoltam. Pici Detroit. És nem streameled?
Ah, I need to wake up that rune over there.
És mi kell ide?
I wonder if I can hit the rune with a spell. Incendio!
Nem emlékszem.
Accio! Levioso!
Jó. Ezt nem mondod komolyan. Annyi pénzt belevertél abba a játékba.
Surprising. Guards at the ready. Incendio!
Boom.
Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
Jó, mindenki kapta. Csak a tankok ára, basszus. Na de így visszatekintve megérte? Vagy ez így abból a szempontból érdekel, mert hogyha élvezted, és adott hozzá neked annyit, akkor igazából lehet, hogy nem baj. Tuti. Hát figyelj, én azt mondom, hogy ha belefér, úgymond, és élvezted, miközben játszottál vele, akkor nem baj, tehát. addig kell csapkodnom még izé?
Nearly there.
Miért nem tudsz felkapaszkodni ezen a... valamin? Gírhegyek. Ezt mondani nem tudjuk feltenni. Jó, nem baj. Bofa, egyébként hol tartasz a Detroitban? Él még mindenki? Na, keljetek fel. Az olyan, hogy ezeket az alapmechanikákat úgy elfelejtettem, hogy volt. Tényleg azért régen volt. A második felvonás, akkor a robotot már hazavitt el, ugye? Jó, puty.
It is a book after all.
Akkor nem itthon kell értékesíteni. Hát, hogyha persze akarod. Ha meg annyit ki lehet belőle szedni, akkor meg főleg jó. Na, az ősi mágusok. Milyen jól nyomják. Meg a Tom Hiddleston, Loki. Tök úgy néz ki a csávó. Figyelj, hogyha örömödet leled benne, akkor semmiképp ne add el. Ez tényleg nem szabad.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald?
Isidora.
Professor Rackham.
Miss Isidora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
Én még várok egy kicsit, egy pár évet. Aztán majd a Dragon Ball kártyáimat fogom értékesíteni. Ezt már eldöntöttem.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a fifth year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganock, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganock.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not...
Igen, ilyenkor előszeretettel emlegetik a felmenőket, hogyha kapnak egy ilyet.
Sebastian.
És végül nem mentünk be abba a terembe, amiben gondoltam. Úgyhogy ez majd jóval később lesz.
I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must...
Boffa pedig csak a festékért küldtek el.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me.
Majd utána lesznek ott jó dolgok,
You're a
ha
bright
visszaértél.
boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Szabi jó arc, bevállalta értünk. És senki nem vett észre, hogy itt áldigálunk a könyvtár közepén. Menjünk vissza a professzorhoz. Na. Igen, mert nem mellé küldizek. Most csak a fő storyline az, ami vinne.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a
Sharpod
visitor.
professzor.
I'll see what I can find out.
Sir,
Majd olyan,
I
mint a
was able
Snape.
to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's...
Wait.
You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps.
Ne foglalkozz vele, Fig.
Details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
Mondjuk ezt a nyomis állat leveszem, az biztos.
Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful that may...
Most nem emlékszem, sidequest is ad izét? Varázslatot?
Why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir.
Akkor látni kéne.
I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories?
Igen, a cső is látta úgy a mágiát, mint mi.
This book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
Ja, úgy gondoltam, úgyis, persze. Of course.
I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Ugye a transmog rendszer az itt egész jó. De szerintem tudunk más is fölvenni már. Mit bukunk? Semmit. Ez tetszik. De hogy nézel ki? Ez visses Harry egyébként. Ezek azt hiszem csak ilyen design elemek, ugye? Ez nem ad hozzá nagyon semmit. Kezdjük kéne új. Az ami ez a bukunk. Igen, neki majd a végén lesz szerepe főleg. De nincs spoiler. Mármint nem akarok spoilerezni. Ó, itt a kedvenc izém. Ez nem az? Ez nem se az. Ez az, ezt kerestem. Ezt kerestem, igen. Jó, ez marad.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield.
Igen, azt vettem annak idején.
I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and
Deluxe-ot.
and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Azt mondja, read mail, nyomkodom a gombot, és semmi nem
Professor
történik.
Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Mindjárt megnézem. Ja, ugye jó nagy a map. És akkor ez még... Nem is az egész, ha jól emlékszem. Melyik az? Ez az. Igen. Így van. Micsoda elegánsak lettünk. Most ez plusz de attack. Amúgy nem. És ha akkor oda megyünk, hogy Expelliarmus. Azt viszont meg kéne csinálni. De az kint van a placon. Jó, nem baj, majd később. A sapkát nem szoktam használni.
She growing Punja's onion again?
Régen ezeket valamiket se dobáltam nagyon.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Garlic professzor.
Do look forward to growing together.
De nem tudom, egyébként ez a Szabi, ez mindenhol ott van, ahova megyünk.
Thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio.
Valami rémlik, hogy volt ilyen, de hogy mi indítja el, azt nem tudom
Make
már.
our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Majd arra megyünk, megnézzük, mert szerintem ezeket megcsináltam annó.
Mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Mandragóra. Jó, hogy gyorsan tudják javítani az üveget.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
Na, ugye?
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Hát biztos van róla valami tutoriál. Föl szokták ezeket rakosgatni. De lehet, ha látnám, egyébként tudnám, csak így fejből most annyira nincs meg melyik.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't
Nagyon szuper volt.
enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Mondjuk annak tudnék örülni, hogyha a Twitch engedélyezni a 2K streaminget. Hát ez jelentősen egyszerűsíteni a dolgomon. Nem kéne külön áttöltögetnem YouTube-ra a vodot.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld
Potting table.
as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Mire gondolsz? Hogy micsoda? A 2K streaming? Mi ez van itt?
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge.
Nem komolyan veszi.
Hello. Saw you on your way to...
Egyébként, hogyha a neveket nézzük, ott nagyon sok az ismerős név.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian.
Nyilván ezek csak ilyen rokonai a későbbi szereplőknek.
But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Here we are, home of the Chinese. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that. That's not anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last
Ennyi?
year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't
Kicsit
go...
úgy néz ki, mint a Percy Weasley.
Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Így van, sok utalás van egyébként, az igazgató az meg valamilyen Black. Itt nyugodtan elfér a félrenyomkodás, úgyhogy csak nyugodtan. Jó, kimegyünk.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our
16
lesson.
perc.
Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer.
Bofa, az nem bug, az feature.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you.
Egyébként akartam mondani, jó lett a routerem, ahogy az új.
For a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Nem volt gond ma a meetek között se. Legalábbis nem mondták a többiek, hogy gondolnak a képpel. Gear. Kaptunk újat, ugye?
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships.
Jó, kéne egy quest. Ocean Class. Nézzük meg ezt, ha nincs messze. Jaj, akkor van badge. Jó. Nem figyeltem az előbb, de az hasznos. Legalábbis, ha nem bugol be. Mint a Dead Islandbe, ugye, Bofa?
Shouldn't there be aurors or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Ez a Sharp professzor Sharp Snape. Istenem. Áthallásos a dolog. Ez nem igaz, bebagolt, de nálam még mindig ott van a notification, vagy hát a badge.
Yes, Professor Sharp.
Hogy új kártyám van és nincs ott.
Can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own.
Kicsit darabos a mozgása.
Know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Megnéztem mindent, igen. Az Outlaws? Pedig azt mondták, az Outlaws uncsi lett. Én nem próbáltam. De nem akarsz teljes árat adni érte, akkor a Ubisoft... Mi az? Ubisoft Plus? Vagy valami, nem tudom mi a neve. Hozzá egy havival ki lehet próbálni igazából.
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Igen, igen. Hát, hogyha jók azok az oldalak, vagy hát a... Na, hogy mondjam... Volt olyan oldal, ahol voltak ebből problémák, hogy a kulcsok onnan voltak. De hogyha megbízható, akkor nincs vele gond. Na, itt is van egy izé.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. And I've never seen...
Ilyen biztos, hogy nem volt az éve.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by a fascinating... Merlin's beard, good conversation. Speaking of stars, we'll be...
Ezek szerint ez csak ennyi, hogy tudunk beszélni a diákokkal.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
A Garrett Weasley itt a másik, aha.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant!
Én az Outlaws-ba azt nem csíptem annyira, hogy én nem annyira szeretem ezeket a lopagodós részeket a sokban játékba. Aztán azért se annyira erőltettem.
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort.
De így tetszett, mert jól nézett ki. Csak aztán az a baj, hogy a Jedi Survivor az elég mély nyomot hagyott bennem korábban. Valamiért az nekem nagyon szenvedős volt.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Most legyek jó fej és hozzam el neki.
I don't know,
Nem.
Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
Hát bocs, haver. Ez nem jött össze. Hát a profot is kicsit kilútoljuk. Mondjuk most már adhatnánk a gyereknek, hogyha felvettük.
Revelio.
Hol lett? Gyere.
Gareth.
Hello again.
Here's the fupa feather you wanted.
Knew you'd come around. Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurance potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Nem tudom, hogy engedi a Twitch.
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Megnézem majd neked. És mi kell? Aha. Felix Felicis. Jó, kész. Mindjárt nézem közben. Ja, itt ezeket kell forgatnod, ezeket az oszlop szimbólumokat, nem? És akkor nyílik meg. Megnézzük majd.
And now we add the mallow sweet.
Endurance Potion kell, de ez megvan már.
What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Ojjjj. Ezért lehet mi is kapni fogunk.
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Endurance potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help.
Mindig legyünk
Taking
őszinték.
responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature
Jó,
of this
megyünk
job.
tovább.
In fact, you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're
Igen,
not the
víziék, ez
potions master
szokás,
quite yet.
hogy robbantgatnak kicsit, de nem baj.
Of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Most menjünk a titkok szobájába? Ugye?
Each of us has had enough excitement for one day.
Legalábbis ott tudunk majd így főzőcskézni, az biztos. Jó, hát mert egy kicsit rosszak voltunk most, de hát most ennyi meg kell. Csináljuk ezt a questet. Jó lenne a fast travel. Hát ott még biztos, hogy nem lesz. Mondjuk ide. Meg feloldhatnál seprűt, mert bár úgyis az iskola területén úgyse lehet repkedni. De azért haladás szempontjából jobb lenne már. Legalább a sprintben nem fáradnak el. Iskola területén? Ja, akkor csak a Roxfordsban nem lehet. Ez meg jól jöhet később. Tudok ugrani? Hát. Gondoltam, hogy rövidebb. Na mondjuk itt már nem biztos, hogy át tudok menni. Körbe kell menni. Ja, nem baj, nyugodtan. Most igazából ez már nem spoiler igazából. Kicsesztem magammal, az az igazság. Ja, hogy már lehet úszni? Na, ennyire emlékszem itt ezekre a dolgokra. De már feljöttem, úgyhogy már mindegy. Fut. Ott van egy ballonos küldi. Hogy sprintel? Na de mondjuk ide miért nem tudtam fast travel-elni?
Revelio.
Ott van benne valami chest. De mi most már a field guide-okat is jelöli így a térkép. Ó. Na mert itt jelöli például a field guide-ot a térképen, de ezt amikor én utoljára ezzel játszottam, biztos, hogy nem jelölte.
This looks intriguing.
Is van side quest.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
Ja, értem. Jó.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it. And I've cast magic.
Igen, az én apróbb dolgokban látom egyébként, hogy változott.
It is.
Még kicsit a grafika is javult. Még nem volt csúnya akkor sem. De jót tettek neki a patchek.
And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Bofa, most látom csak, amit küldtél. Igen, annyi mindent hagytál ki. Akkor jó sokáig eljutottál vele. De akkor mi elvágták a kalóz verziót? Hogy mi történt?
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right.
Ne aggódj, Bofa beszél eleget.
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to.
Nem egyébként kicsit hozzáad egyébként a dolgokhoz, de hogy sok jelentősége nincs, hogy még kiviszed a szemetet, meg ilyenek.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How
dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
Konfliktus.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi!
Azt nem értem, ezek mit gondolnak, hogy attól a sájtól nem látszik, hogy úgy ők kik?
Students, you can't be sick.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefly. Jönnek még.
Oh, watch the light go out of your eyes.
Ez meg a Charlie, a csoki gyáros csávó. Tök jó lenne, nem állnál be elém.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Most ez az első Merlines küldi, mi?
You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin
Hát, mikor sok peccset adnak ki,
curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
amíg el nem fogynak, azért ilyen van. Ha csak nem olyan állapodó ilyen ki, mint a Cyberpunk, ugye, annak idején.
I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was
A kalóz verziókkal óvatosan kell bánni azért.
I can see why you're so interested in
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they... I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important...
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so... You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbol?
I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Mallowsweet.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word!
Incendio!
The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory.
Incendio!
Ezt nem meggyújtani kellett?
The flames make the pyre sink.
Így. Tetszik ez az animáció.
What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more.
Annyi dumál.
Must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Jó, nyomja csak.
A portrait in our common room wants to talk to you.
Prisoner of Love. Komolyan azokat kivették? Azt nem tudtam, mondjuk. Beszélni akar velünk egy kép. Digori.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
This could be right up my street. Even we Hufflepuffs enjoy a good mystery.
Glad to hear you are up to the challenge. Plus, I believe you'll benefit from this undertaking. My great niece, Helen
Mondjuk arra figyelnem kell, mert az Azkabanos az lehet, hogy sidequest lesz.
but was a skilled aura in her day, and the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there, soon I hope.
1178 méterre? Igen? Húha! Nagyon kéne az a seprű.
Revelio.
Anyone can run across the same heritages.
Ebben csak pénz volt. XP meg kell.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Olyan 3-as log. Már itt valahol fölfele vannak üldid, nem? Hogy itt jóval följebb volt? Hogy hol van az? Ez errefele van valahol. Jó, meg lesz a sepressza, megnézzük.
Someone there?
Itt legyen valami opció is. Nyertek.
Someone thinks they can outlast me!
Incendio.
I will make you pay. You arrogant child! I won't rest.
Incendio.
No!
Protego.
Stop it!
Incendio. You only have Ranrock to blame.
Valami volt itt a questben, hogy ezt kell csinálni. Aha, oké. De dodge-olni kell még. Tizet kell dodge-olni. Hello? Nem akarok megölni, csak hadd dodge-oljak. Na, gyertek. Nem?
This is where you will fail.
Kell őket kicsit piszkálni, mert akkor nem jönnek.
I'll cut you from shoes to shadow.
Jó, nézzük meg, hogy ez így jó-e egyáltalán. Ja, végül is adja, úgyhogy akkor jó.
Ooh, this shouldn't take long.
7. Elvileg 8. Kilenc. Gyertek, utána megkapjátok csak, na.
Yes.
Oké, 10.
Incendio.
I won't back
Hát azért, mert szerintem még az eleje. Még a tűz. Na, Helen. Merre vagy, Helen? Hol van valami labirintus jel is? Azt se láttam eddig. Megnézem.
Revelio. Accio.
Na, ilyen biztos, hogy nem volt. Aha. Ilyet tudja, hogy nem csináltam, amikor utoljára itt jártam.
Revelio.
Mert itt csak ki kéne jutni simán a labirintusból, vagy mi a cél? Erre jöttünk, csak itt még el lehet menni erre.
Revelio.
Ja, hogy itt van egy láda, aha, és az ott van. Ennek a túloldalán. Black Rivet Gloves. Az jó. Az egész jó. És ez is. Hogy nézel ki? Na, menjünk tovább.
This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned.
Ah, here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an aura.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the
Peeves-et hogy hívják magyarul? Mi volt a könyvekben?
series of puzzles he'd prepared.
A kopogó szellem, ugye?
She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared.
Peeves a kopogó szellem, aki ott a tiltott szekcióban volt a könyvtárban, most aki lebuktatott minket.
Solely on Apollonia's spurious
Nem
testimony.
jut eszembe a magyar neve.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self.
Hogwarts, igen.
To anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
Az volt a könyvekben, igen. Aha. Na, akkor ez lesz az, igen. Jó van, Piros Kivi, hogyha mész tovább játszani, akkor jó játékot neked, jó vacsit. Nézd be majd legközelebb is. Persze, menjünk Azkabanba. Ezért jöttünk.
If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired aura,
Köszi neked is.
we can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Very well. Let's go.
Let's go.
We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment.
Hoppanálást nem szoktak elsőre bírni, annyira. Hát ez egy kicsit olyan visses dementorok, nem? Kicsit a kis nyuszi patrós.
That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. The Dementors won't harm us now. Still, be careful.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
Careful around, Anne. She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
Jól néz ki egyébként, csak ezek a Dementorok egyik egy kicsit.
I had my wand, I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you.
You don't scare me, young cur. They teach you so little of what you should know of.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
Who's there? Why torment me further?
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hoggy Field.
What are you trying to say? That the missing pages are in a cave near Upper Hogsfield?
Hogsfield, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield. I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look, can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Ellen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
Uh-oh. Kapta.
You're hurt.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need.
Dabofa? Ja, szeméttelepen vagy?
But Madam Thistlewood, All right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave.
Ezek nagyon jól nem vannak.
Revelio.
Fent van a page, ez most nem kell. Ez lesz a mi barlangunk szerintem.
This must be the place Anne told me about. No one's been here for ages.
De erre elvisz a storyline is amúgy, tehát én ezt megcsináltam már szerintem.
Revelio.
Aha.
Accio! Oh, that's done something. Revelio. Accio. You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind? A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
Jó, kimenjünk.
Could it be?
Oh, itt a szem.
Someone solved my puzzle after all these years. Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves. And then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently.
Igen, azt hitték, hogy a csaj ölte meg
I
őt.
must speak to the aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me. Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
Thank you. I need to find those pages to help a friend.
I shall see you there.
Jó. Még jó, hogy itt van Fast Travel. Kapta. Mókus.
I should come back to this another time.
De éjjel kéne visszajönni. Valahogy lehet váltani, nem? Csak már nem tudom, hogyan. Valószínűleg ide éjjel kell visszajönni. Legalábbis, ha jól emlékszem.
Perhaps I'll come back to this.
Ja, ezt kell megcsinálni. Mert ez kell hozzá. Oké. Egyszerűbb lett volna, hogy jövök.
I hope you were able to take care of everything.
Professor, I completed all of you.
Well done. Pay close. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Jó, berakjuk a...
Expelliarmus! You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Incendio. Expelliarmus.
Still at it, I see.
Jó, oké, ezt megcsináljuk még. Így már el fogjuk tudni indítani a questet. Kevertem amúgy egy másikkal. Mi is erre jövünk, nyugi.
Here I am, as good as my word.
Na, az meg volt, hogy éjszaka.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It would take the patience of a Hufflepuff to track down these pages.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that.
Hoppa! Level 20.
Potato! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Eddig jó.
Potato! Incendio!
Lehet, ezt korán kezdtük.
Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Incendio! Potato! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus!
Jó, főleg, hogy nem is erre kellett volna jönni.
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word. Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags. There it is, just as Jackdaw described. Intramuros.
Na és itt mi van?
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Protego!
Nothing but luck!
Incendio!
Oh, no!
Levioso!
I won't rest until you're dead.
Incendio! No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see. I wonder how big this place is. These rooms must have something to do with opening this door. Impressive. That must be where all this leads.
Valami kell még.
Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this.
Jó. Pókok vannak.
Not gonna touch those. Protego!
Oké. Ez jó jöhet. Oké.
Incendio. Another puzzle. Well, if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I.
Hol a harmadik? Ott. Majdnem.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Ehhez még kell.
It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there. Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
Mindenhol a pókok.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this.
Erősebb ez a talár. Oda viszont át kéne jutni.
There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be all beheaded with a jackdaw. Expelliarmus! Incendio! Potato!
Na, ezek már nagyobbak.
Incendio!
Ez menő.
Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how these spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way. That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him.
Én ezt nem tudom fölvenni. Tele van az inventory. Ez hogy?
I'll need to look around for the symbol.
Kész a híd. És valaki ott áldigál is.
Must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains and those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
Valakik?
Thank you for keeping these pages safe all these years. Here it is, the map that brought your doom, Jackdaw.
Oh.
Is there something beyond this room? Protego!
Na jönnek el a jobbak.
Accio! Incendio!
Egy. És ennyi.
But that's unnerving. I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section. Where am I? Oh no, the room's starting to flood.
Ez olyan jó.
How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this? I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
Kijutottunk. És itt a terem. Na ez az, amit kerestem.
Can it be?
De bizony, itt vagyunk.
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensieves. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can.
Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
Visszahozzuk.
I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Na, feloldódtak a talentek is. Ez mondjuk jó.
I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
És ide már vissza tudunk jönni legközelebb. Itt is van egy láda talán. Aha. De kell hozzá a lók.
I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
Jó. Na.
You need to learn Depulso, the banishing charm, useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
Jó, Depulsót fogunk tanulni. De ez már csak a következő alkalommal majd. Ezt meg valahol be lehet talán váltani. Meg ami nem kell, azt majd eladjuk. Jaj, van 5 talentpontunk. Ez kell. Ez is. Ez is kell. Jó. Ezeket meg majd legközelebb megnézegetjük. Mára viszont ennyi. Köszi mindenkinek a figyelmet. Jók legyetek, legközelebb találkozunk. Szevasztok!